ISUPK.
We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Never let their brothers die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die.
This is our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations, black man. We look around the earth, we look at all history, we know that black people are great. We know we built all of the great civilizations on the earth. Go and look at all of the great monuments across the planet. Civilization started with black people. We the pioneers of everything. Go look at the U.S. Patent Office and look at everything that made America great. It was you, black man and black woman.
Right.
It was your knowledge, your intuition, your inventions that made this place great. Well, if we the pioneers of everything great, how are we suffering in 2019? How do we find ourselves on the bottom? How are we downtown in Memphis on Main Street working to make all of these businesses great, but we don't own that one? How did we fall from being on top? We turned our back on this knowledge and this wisdom. We thought that we could survive without obeying God's laws. We thought that we knew better than the Most High. And that's why we suffering today. The Lord said that this knowledge and wisdom was going to be what made us great in the sight of all the nations. Had a black man number one in everything in America. We run the fastest, jump the highest. We the most intuitive, most intelligent, most innovative. But yet we dying, you understand, 10,000 a year in America to gun violence. 2 million strong in the prisons. Why? Because we void of God's knowledge, void of God's understanding, man.
That's right.
This is what's supposed to separate us from everybody else. Not being able to run fast and jump high. Those are physical gifts that come from God, but guess what? It's going to take more than just physical prowess to be able to rule on this earth. It's going to take having this knowledge and this understanding and this wisdom that God departed unto us. Read.
We shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right now in America, all the lines are being blurred between what's right and wrong. You got homosexuals running rampant, men saying they was born in the wrong body, women saying that they should be men. That's confusion, man. God gave us understanding that's supposed to separate us from all this confusion. You got children being molested and being raped and then being told, nah, you was meant to be a girl. That's why you like a man putting a penis inside of you. Ain't no man supposed to feel that way.
Right.
That's confusion, but this place thrives on confusion.
That's right.
This place thrives on the opposite of what God set up.
That's right.
You understand? They supposed to see our wisdom and our understanding, see us thriving and say, man, that's a great people. They supposed to see us in the black community saying, listen, man, if you born with a penis and a scrotum between your legs, then you are a man. Damn with all of that, you using the wrong bathroom and you changing your gender, that's nonsense. They supposed to see us protecting our children.
Right.
Not allowing rapists and molesters to thrive in our community, and the other community is supposed to say, well, damn, they don't let no rape go on in the black community. What's happening there? They don't allow no child molesters. Because we supposed to be following God's rules to show everybody else how they supposed to live.
Right.
But because we fell away from God and we stopped obeying him, now the earth is in confusion. Now there's arguments and conversations being had about what's right and what's wrong, what's left and what's right, what's up, what's down. Life is very black and white, man. There's not no gray areas out here. Everything in life is clear cut. But because of all of the confusion of our oppressor, we lost, man. And we dying because of it. God gave us wisdom and understanding that everybody else would be able to see and say, man, this is a great people that's close to God. Read.
For what nation is there so great, who has God so nigh unto them? As the Lord your God is in all things that we call upon him for.
We supposed to be thriving in the black community. And I ain't talking about one or two people getting rich because they can sing and they can dance. You look in the black community, you tell black people, man, we suffering in America. There's no equality in America for us. We still slaves. What do black people say? Man, you got the football players making all this money. Steve Harvey got a TV show. Oprah Winfrey get to go over there to Africa and build schools. What does Oprah Winfrey and Steve Harvey got to do with you suffering in the city of Memphis? What do one or two people getting rich and getting some money got to do with us being wholly oppressed by the government? Right now, they oppressing our brothers from the nation, from the tribe of Issachar in the Bible, the so-called Mexicans at the border, throwing them in cages and holding them indefinitely with no human rights. And guess what? Black people not saying nothing. Why? That's the Mexicans' problem. They shouldn't be trying to come over here, cross the border without no identification. Damn that. What they doing to the Mexicans is exactly what they did to you for 400 years in this country.
That's right.
What they doing to the Mexicans, if we allow it to continue, it's going to be us next. That's why we got to take a stand and stand up. It's not about one or two of us making it. These brothers back here, we live comfortably in this place. Got good jobs, I got wives, you understand? Rent paid, bills paid. Why we out here on a Friday afternoon? Because there's brothers and sisters suffering in the city of Memphis.
Right.
You walk up and down this street, you're gonna see brothers and sisters on drugs. You're gonna see them poor and in poverty. That's what we come out here for. Why? Because it's necessary. Because we can't go nowhere as long as our brothers and sisters are suffering, man. And that's the wisdom of this Bible. That's the message of Christ when he came on the earth. The church loved to talk about the goodness of Christ, but the goodness of Christ was that we leave no brother or sister behind. If Christ was on this earth right now, he would look at Steve Harvey and Oprah Winfrey and say, good for you. You made it. You got some money. You carved out a good place for yourself in America. What about them brothers and sisters dying in the ghetto? What about them people that's on drugs, that's in poverty? What about the homeless? That's who Christ cared for. That's why we out here on this corner. And we're going to be out here on this corner every Friday. I don't care if we got to come out here with no mic. Hell, turn the mic off. They
Right.
can hear me anyway.
Right.
We don't need no microphone. We don't need these signs. The brothers and sisters in the city of Memphis is going to hear the truth of God.
Right.
And because of that truth, they're going to change their lives. We're going to change the face of Memphis, Tennessee with the truth of the Most High. We don't need the microphones. We don't need the signs. The Lord will carry my voice all the way up and down Main Street.
That's right.
There's rights in America that we got the freedom of free speech. We got the right to assemble peacefully. And we're going to exercise that right till we wake up every black, Latino, and Native Indian in the city of Memphis and get them to change their life. Because the way we living, it ain't got to be that way. We ain't got to suffer the way we suffering, but we stop caring about one another. We stop loving one another. Why? So we can join this man's government, so we can be a part of his system, so we can feel good about ourselves by leaving the ghetto. Damn that!
Right.
You better come back to the ghetto. You better love your brothers and sisters, because God requires it. And we're going to require it on this corner and in this city of Memphis, man. You brothers and sisters that's hearing my voice, come get you a flyer. Come inquire about our classes. Any issues, any problems that you're facing, we got the answers and the solutions, and they're coming out of this book called the Bible. Keep reading.
Come walk on.
Let them know where you at.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 8. And what nation is done so great, and his statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I said before you this day.
You understand? As we come back to obeying our God and we come back to keeping these laws and these rules, these other nations going to look at black people and say they are amazing. Look at the way they live. Look at the way they love one another. Look at the way they stand up for one another. They're going to say, surely these people are close to God. Look at the way that they down for each other. That's what we lost, black man and black woman in America, because of the civil rights movement. That's what we lost when we joined our oppressor and forgot about one another.
Right.
Think about your neighborhood where you grew up. Let's just take a look downtown here. You go to the owners of these businesses and I guarantee you, every racial demographic in the United States of America is represented except for 3 so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. I guarantee you East Indians own property downtown Memphis. I know the Caucasians own property downtown Memphis.
Right.
I know the so-called Jewish man own property down here.
Right.
Is there a Chinatown in Memphis? Is there a Chinese district somewhere in Memphis? Is there a corner store with a little Chinese man that say shrimp fry, fried rice? He got a business in the city of Memphis.
Right.
But how many black-owned businesses are thriving in Memphis? How many native-born, so-called Latino businesses are striving in the city of Memphis? We lost that during the civil rights movement. We decided to go and eat in our oppressor's restaurant. Guess what? Wasn't nobody eating in your restaurant.
Right.
We wanted to go to the oppressor's tailor and get a nice suit made. Guess what happened to all of your designers? But nobody buying their clothes. And you look at where we are right now, we are suffering because we have not preferred one another first. We've not put ourselves above everybody else. What's wrong with that? If I'm a black man, what's more wrong with me saying I only want to date black women?
Right.
I only want to date Latino or Native Indian women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's nature. You a black woman, love you a black man. It might be hard, love one. I know we rough, I know we gonna be hard on you, woman. Where you been at? What you doing? Why you dressing like that? That's love for you. Because it's a cruel world out here. You understand? The things that everybody else does naturally, when we do it, they say we racist. How is that? Go and look at a map of the world. There's borders on that map. Why? Because the people within all those borders decided to prefer their people first. You understand? The people in Italy, they love the Italian people so much, they said, we're gonna establish borders, we're gonna have a constitution, we're gonna make rules and laws to protect the people of Italy from everybody else. The Germans did that, the French, the Chinese, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the English. Where's your land on the map, black man, black woman?
Right.
Where's our government to stand up and protect and speak out concerning us first? We got great black people in America, educated, got money, but they prefer their oppressor before their own people.
Right.
Shouldn't be like that. Guess what? We the government of black people.
That's right.
We the voice that cries out in the wilderness. We the ones that's gonna speak for those who have no voice. And it's our hope that here in the city of Memphis, there's some honorable, righteous brothers and sisters who only need to learn the truth. That's what we out here for. Where you at right there? You understand? The Bible said that these other nations was going to hear this wisdom and hear these laws and say, surely this is a great nation that's close to God. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Matter of fact, hold the book of hope. Get Deuteronomy 28, 15. Need you to pull something else as well. Give me Ezekiel chapter, I want to say 3, 25. You understand? Like I told you, everybody, every nation on this earth, every race on this earth has the right to self-determination, has the right to prefer their people first, and nobody bats an eye at it. But as soon as a black man stand up and say, black man, we gotta love black people, they say, y'all racist, man. Right. What about everybody else? What about everybody else?
Right.
They don't need nobody to speak for them in the streets.
Right.
They got governments. They got embassies. They got ambassadors.
That's
Where's
right.
the ambassador to the black community?
That's right.
Al Sharpton? Damn that. They laughed. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, damn that. Jay-Z, we want Jay-Z to speak for us. We want Jay-Z to go to the UN and talk about all the problems in the black community. I love Jay-Z music, but he's a rapper.
That's right.
Why does he have to go and speak at the UN panel concerning reparations and the oppression of black people?
Right.
When are we going to raise up people that are qualified to speak on our issues? I don't want Jay-Z. Do the Chinese go and get Jet Li to go speak about Chinese problems?
Right.
They say Jet Li, the most famous Chinaman, Jet Li, go speak to the... Nah! Nobody else does that. There's Italian actors. You don't see the people of Italy hailing, give me one of them damn opera singers. They don't go get the opera singer, Figaro. Come here, Figaro, and tell everybody about the problems facing the Italians.
Right.
Well, why is it that black people got to go to Jay-Z and Meek Mill to go speak to the government? Where's all of our qualified lawyers?
That's right.
Where the politicians?
That's
Where the people who went to school and studied and got degrees to fix our problems? You know what they're doing? They downtown at the mayor's office gobbling up all the money.
Right.
There's money in the city of Memphis, man. There's black money in the city of Memphis. But it ain't fixing the community. Why? Because our leadership is weak. Give me Jeremiah 14:2. What y'all gotta understand is these words I'm speaking, they come out the Bible.
That's right.
These aren't our words. We ain't wake up one day and become masters and experts of everything concerning our people. This wisdom comes out of the Bible. I'm gonna show you what God said in the Bible about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. We're gonna show you in the Bible what God said about the Jews. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourned.
The Bible said Judah mourned. Who is Judah? Judah is one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. What's one of the 12 tribes, Barack?
Right here, sir.
You understand? The 12 tribes of Israel. The tribe of Judah is the so-called black man and woman in America today. The so-called Negroes. The Bible said Judah mourneth. Who's more suffering and more sad than the black man in America? Who's giving more and gotten less than the black man and woman in America? Who is enslaved in this country and built it up to make it great and reap none of the benefits? God said Judah mourneth.
Right.
Now, if this was talking about the so-called white man that calls himself a Jew, they own the Diamond District. They own downtown Memphis. They not in mourning. The Bible is testifying who the Jews are. Judah mourneth. Read on.
And the gates thereof language.
And the gates thereof language. What do you put a gate outside of a house for? You set a gate up to protect the house. Well, what are the gates of the black community? Our so-called leadership. The gates are supposed to be your politicians. The gates are supposed to be your pastors and your imams. But are they protecting black people? No. Are they doing their job? No. How do I know? Look at how bad we suffer.
Right.
Look at the condition of our people. If your pastor, if the Christian church was leading us in the right direction, if you take a look at how much we progressed since the 60s until now, all of them need to be fired. All of them need to be done away with because they're not on their job. Now, I know we was in church for years before we found the truth, and we all thought the same thing you thinking, not my pastor, not my man of God. Yes, your pastor.
That's right.
Your man of God.
That's right.
And guess what? If he ain't know what we know, now's the time for him to get right. Now's the time for him to humble himself and say, well, maybe there's something I'm missing. But if you look at our community, whoever's been leading us, they have failed. The Bible said, Judah mourneth and the gates thereof languish. Our leadership has fallen weak. That's why we have turned to the streets. That's why we turn to the block. That's why our women turn to prostitution, because the path that you laid does not work. The path that's been laid of just go along to get along and just do whatever your oppressor says. Nobody else has to do that. I don't see the Chinese no longer being Chinese in order to make money in America.
Right.
I don't see the Arabs coming over here and denouncing Islam and turning in their turbans and their man dresses. I don't see the East Indians rubbing the dot off their forehead to be able to have a successful business in America.
Right.
Why do I gotta put on a little suit? Why I gotta shave my face? Why do I gotta talk like this and say, hey, how you doing? And blah, blah, blah. Damn that.
That's
Right.
Why can't I grow my beard and wear my fringes and be a strong black man in America?
Right.
You know what? You know what's holding us back? People telling us that we can't do it.
right.
You can grow your beard, you can wear your fringes, you can talk like a man
That's
and
right.
still thrive in America.
Right.
But the church is in the way. The mosque is in the way. These college-educated Negroes that then shave their faces and put on their suits and pledge their fraternities, they standing in the way. And their time is up, man. God said, Judah mourneth and the gates thereof languish. Read what the Bible says about the Jew.
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
Spell that.
B-L-A-C-K.
The Bible just said the Jews are black.
Right.
God said the Jews were black.
That's right.
So guess what? If the Jews are black, then who's that man over in the land of Israel right now?
Right.
If the Jews are black, then who's the man running Hollywood?
Right.
Who's the man running the media?
Right.
Who's the man you got to go to get diamonds and to get fresh? Give me Revelation chapter 9. Remember Revelation chapter 2 and 9. We're going to show you who the man calling himself a Jew is. And he's not the people of God. man, black woman. In the Bible, Christ said that we are the salt of the earth. What does that mean? We give everything flavor. You wanna know what America would be without having black people in slavery? It'd be Russia.
Right.
You ever listen to Russian pop music? There's this cat over in Russia made $1 million. You know what this song is? He ain't got no style, ain't got no lyrics.
Right.
You understand? You wanna know what made America great? Having you. You dancing, you singing, you running the ball, you bouncing the ball. You made America great.
Right.
What does America have over the rest of the nations of the earth? Caucasians are Caucasians wherever they at. They just speak different languages. What made America the center of everything? Having God's people in slavery.
Right.
And convincing God's people that they needed to join their oppressor.
That's right. Right.
We are the salt of the earth. But if we lose our flavor, guess what? What good is it being the salt? You ever had salt that didn't taste like anything? What the hell is that? You throw it out. The salt done gone bad. Well, guess what? We done damn near went bad in America. We done damn near gone bad, loving our oppressor. But now's the time that we wake up and come back to God. Now's the time that we come back to being the people he called us to be so that we can excel in this place. You understand? The Jews are black according to the Bible. Revelation 2 and 9 going to tell you who the man calling himself a Jew is. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy work.
Here's Christ is speaking to you, black man and black woman. Christ is speaking to the children of Israel. He said, I know your works. What do he mean? I know how hard you're working, man. I know it ain't easy on you. Christ knows how hard it is being a black man in America. How does he know? Because he was a black man in the Roman Empire. Ain't no difference. Ain't nothing changed in 2,000 years. Slavery and oppression is slavery and oppression. It don't change. Christ said, I know your works. Read.
And tribulation.
And your trouble. I know how much trouble you in. I know how hard it is to try and excel in this place. Read.
And poverty.
And I know your poverty. I know how much you suffering. I know how poor you are. Read.
But they are rich.
But you rich. With all the cards stacked against us, black man, we still rich. With everything working against us to keep us down in this country, guess what? We still rising.
That's right.
That's the spirit of the Lord that's in us. That's the power of the Most High to never let ourselves be kept down. Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
The Bible said, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. What is a blasphemy? A blasphemy is a disgusting lie. Christ said he knows the disgusting lie of them that say they are Jews. There's a people on the earth right now saying that they are Jews. They got a Jewish Defense League. They got all types of systems in place where you can't speak against them. But what does the Bible say? Read.
And are not.
But they not. They say they are the Jews, but they're not. Read.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
They the what?
The synagogue of Satan.
The what?
The synagogue of Satan.
The man that calls himself a Jew is an evil liar, according to the Bible. And they are the synagogue of Satan. They are not the children of God. You are the children of God, black man, black woman.
Right.
The spirit of the Most High is inside of you. The blood of the righteous children of Israel flows through your veins. Not my words, God's word. Let me get Revelations 3 and 9. Get a little bit more on these imposters. Y'all come look at these signs up here. A lot of times people walk by and say, oh my God, they got 666 on Jesus. Why they put that on Jesus' face? That's not Jesus Christ.
Right.
Jesus Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
That's
with
right.
very dark skin.
Damn right.
This man here, his name is Caesar Borgia, second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome.
That's right.
He was the homosexual lover of Leonardo da Vinci. His father commissioned this painting.
That's right.
Black man, you are the children of God.
Right.
Christ was a black man like you. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not.
Christ said he's going to make them the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not. There's a people saying they Jews and they are not. They have nothing to do with this Bible. They have nothing to do with God's laws or God's people. They stole your identity. stole your culture, stole your heritage. Well, in 2019, now the time to claim it back, black man. Take back your identity. Take back your history, man. Take back your culture. Be great, black man. The way you do that is by separating from your oppressor, separating from the man that put drugs in your community, that give you guns to kill one another and then lock you up when you make him rich. Turn back to the Most High and be the people he called you to be, man. It don't require a lot to not get high. It don't require a lot to not have sex with hoes. It don't require a lot to be who the Lord called you to be. First, you gotta find out who you are. That's what we out here for. Read.
But do not. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Christ said he gonna make them to come and worship at your feet. I want y'all brothers and sisters that's out here. It's our first week being out here. We're gonna be out here every Friday.
That's right.
Lord allow, weather permitting, we gotta get permits. We gotta take the mic away, whatever we gotta do. We gonna come out here and we gonna wake up our people in Memphis.
Right.
And you gonna see out here on this very corner, the Bible prophecies being fulfilled. You gonna see the people, the children of the oppressor, bow down and kiss our feet.
That's right.
They gonna worship at our feet like Christ said they would. All we got to do is get this wisdom, man, and come and change our lives and come back to the Most High. Read on. So, like, you could drop that, all right? Jesus was a black man. That's right, brother. Let's give me Revelation chapter 1 and 13.
There's nothing to come with but the wind.
Yeah. We're going to get it right now, brother. Let them know. We're going to show everybody right now that Jesus was a black man. Give me a pound. Jesus was a black man. Do you understand? And the more black men understood that the same blood in their veins is the blood that was in Jesus Christ's, we would follow Christ and be like him.
That's right.
The problem is the church done told us that being like Christ means you got to be soft. You got to accept everything and love everybody. That's not what Christ spoke about in the Bible. If Christ loved everybody, why did they kill him? Why did they put him to death? We're going to find out on this corner today what Christ was really like. Give me Revelations 1 and 1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which surely come to pass.
You understand? The book of Revelations is the revelation of Jesus Christ. What is the root word of revelation? Is reveal. We about to reveal Jesus Christ to the world. If you never heard it before in the city of Memphis, you can say today that the minute of ISUPK enlightened you about what the Bible says about the identity of Christ. Read. Drop down to verse 13. We in Revelations chapter 1, verse 13. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
You understand? It's a vision that John was having on the island of Patmos. And in this vision, he said he saw one in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. What are the 7 candlesticks? That's the menorah that we had built and set up in the temple of Israel thousands of years ago. Well, John is seeing this in the vision, the 7-branch candlestick. And in the middle, he sees a man. Who's this Son of Man? Jesus Christ. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
And what did he have on? A garment down to his feet. He had on an Israelite garment. Right. Just like you're going to see us have on out here in a little bit. It's too hot right now for the full-length garment. We're going to have them soon. Jesus Christ had on the garment down to his feet. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
And he had on a golden war belt. What do men have war belts for? To keep their weapons, man, to keep them tucked in. You ever see a police officer with his belt tied tight? Why is that? To hold his center of gravity. Well, Christ had on a golden war belt. Read.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. What does that mean? The hair on his head and the hair on his face were white like wool. White being the color, wool being the texture. What people have woolly hair on the earth today? You, black man. You the man that got woolly hair. Who else got hair like you? Nobody. Jesus Christ had white, woolly hair. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Read.
And his eyes was as flames of fire.
His eyes were as a flame of fire. You understand? No, they don't. Nah, the black man, the Negro has not behaved. You understand? The Bible is talking. What Indian? What kind of Indian? All right, well then you might be a brother. I'm American Indian too.
That's right.
All right, we the same race. So-called Native Indians, so-called blacks and Latinos are the same people who've been oppressed in the Western Hemisphere by the same oppressor. We the children of God.
We want no cowards in our camp,